Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burdick.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It's a Monday morning. Thanks for listening. Temperatures going backwards here as our cloud cover gets a little heavier out there, Brent. It's 53 degrees right now, and we were 61 at 7 o'clock and 64 most of the morning. So I don't know what's going on out there, but it's cooler than it was a little while ago.
Okay.
I do know this.
What do you know, Dave?
It's pretty easy around this part of the world. It's going to be windy today.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll try to prepare for that. I'm not used to that.
I know, we're not.
I have a feeling people can sense the sarcasm.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was so wonderful.
Gorgeous.
My goodness.
Yeah, beautiful day.
No wind and just perfect temperature. Yeah. So we got a treat there yesterday on Mother's Day. We hope you all had a good time with either in person or on the phone, or these days I guess you can Skype and Vipe and do all those sorts of things to see Mom if you want to. But hopefully one way or another you got to visit with your mother or your grandmother, maybe an aunt who's like a mother. Doesn't really matter. Hope that it was a good day for you. Beautiful weather, and now we're looking at a real crappy day today.
Well, thanks for that, Dave.
That's just the way it is.
Here to brighten up your day and get your day started right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Yeah, it's windy. It's dark out there. Well, the other good news over the weekend was 7,700 precipitation coming to us on Saturday night going into Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I know that heard talk around that there was some folks who got up to an inch or so. So that gives us a couple inches or more here in the month of May, and we ended up April nicely, or at least we got things started in late April. So, you know, somewhere around 4 or 5 inches that we didn't have all the way through the late winter and early spring. So things look better out there.
Yeah.
And I noticed you were mowing your yard on Saturday. I got to ask you a question about that, neighbor.
Okay, Dave.
Because, you know, I was also mowing.
Yes.
And we had some good friends stop by, so we were visiting on the porch. And I just want to tell this whole story because we weren't snooping on you, because I saw you earlier and you were picking up pine cones, I guess.
Yes.
And then I was actually, honestly, this is the truth, I was actually going to come over and mow off the high spots for you on my riding lawnmower.
Oh, you were?
And good friends showed up, and so we had a nice visit and really enjoyed talking to them. And during that period of time, you were over there mowing. Now, what neighbor? What kind of a mower is that? That's a push mower. Is it self-propelled?
It is.
Well, then this is the question I have, and I just noticed it. Brent, if it's self-propelled, you don't have to push it. You just seem to me like you're like just going crazy.
Well, I wasn't pushing it. It just
it looked like you were you have to wait for it to propel itself, Brent. You can't just push it forward.
Okay.
Now, as a neighbor, I'll come over and show you how to do that.
Well, thanks, Dave. Be great. Can't wait to take mowing instructions from you. Be great. Thanks.
We have a little self-propelled out here that we use sometimes in the front yard, and occasionally I'll take it home and do some of the smaller areas. But if you need a little help, because it looked to me like you were making a lot of work out of it. You just got to take your time, neighbor. You can't push that thing around. It's got to go at its own speed. What kind of unit is that?
I don't. I'll try to do better next time.
Is that a little?
My problem probably was the fact I was listening to the Cubs game while I was mowing.
Oh, well, don't do that.
It was going so terrible that probably is really what you were seeing.
You're going to strip the gears out.
I was frustrated listening to the game, and it probably made me,
okay. Well, I think you shouldn't listen to the Cubs when you're using the self-propelled mower. You're going to strip the gears.
Okay,
you're pushing it. I
was not pushing it.
Yeah, you were pushing it.
I was not. I was just casually walking behind it.
Casually?
Yeah.
You're going like you're in a horse
Well, it
race.
moves fast. I mean, it's not one of those self-propelled that barely moves. It has pretty decent get up.
What kind of unit is that? Is it a John Deere?
No. Man, I can't remember I'm not sure now.
Looks pretty it's pretty fancy, actually.
It's been real nice.
Nice little mower, yeah.
It's served its purpose extremely well.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, if you just would have, taken your time, I don't think it would have been quite as much work. But just, call me next time you're getting ready to mow. I'll come over.
Well, I had other things to do. You just can't spend the entire day just leisurely walking around the yard. You got to get her done.
Well, then you may as well just get a good old-fashioned mower with no self-propelled on it.
No way. I'm never going back. Once I got that self-propelled, I'll never go back.
Well, just so you know.
Okay, well, thanks.
My wife and I actually had a conversation about it. We said, gee, Christmas, what was he doing over there?
Oh, great. Well,
Wait for the mower, man.
Is there anything I can do outside that you're not going to critique me on? Well, I just want to know right now.
No, neighbor.
Because I'm thinking of maybe stringing the garden hose out and maybe watering a little bit today or certainly this week. And I'm just wondering, do I just need to come and get you first so you can show me how to do it? Or do I go ahead and do it and then wait for the critique the next morning on the breakfast show?
I just wait.
Okay.
I mean, it would save a lot of time if you just went ahead and did it, and we could talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, great. Can't wait.
Did your back hurt after that? I mean, you were like bent over. You was like
it did.
Pushing
I feel
on
great.
it. Push. Just let the wheels pull you forward.
Well, there were sometimes there's a little bit of a slope, especially going down by the curb. I had to handle it on that, or else the thing would have went right off the side, and I would have had a mess. Is that what you were watching?
Well, I just think there's different angles you can take, so that won't be a problem. It's the way you're approaching it along a curb like that, on that angle there.
Okay, Dave. Well, I knew it was going to be an adventure when I moved into the area. I did not realize that every time I stepped outside, I was going to be critiqued on everything that I did. You probably saw me put my little Husker thing out front, and I'm sure that I've already noticed that that's a little slanted. I was waiting to hear you comment on that my little Husker sign that I put out in the front was angled and maybe needed to be corrected. I was waiting to hear that from you.
Didn't even notice that. Because honestly, we wouldn't have noticed how hard you're working to mow the lawn if we wouldn't have been on the porch. I was just mowing. I was actually going to come over and mow your high spots for you on my John Deere rider. It's top of the line. I just don't want you to covet it.
Yeah.
But, I was going to come over there, and then some good friends showed up, and so we just talked on the porch, and I just I guess Joan and I must have both glanced over there one time or another, and later in the day, Joan says, well, gosh, is that mower hard to push that Brent has? I said, well, it looked like a self-propelled mower. I don't know what the heck he was doing.
Okay, well.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have known. And as far as the big red flag, I didn't even know you put it out.
Oh.
I'm not Snoopy.
Yeah, whatever.
I am not Snoopy.
What do you mean you're not Snoopy? Every single time I went outside the next day on the breakfast show, I'm getting critiqued.
I'm just trying to help. And if you don't have enough hose, I'll lease you some.
Yeah.
Today, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you're celebrating your birthday with Billy Joel.
Oh, the piano man.
Yep. Grammy-winning rock and roll Hall of Famer with dozens of hits, platinum-selling albums. He's 73 today. James L. Brooks is 82, producer, director, writer, known for his work creating classic TV sitcoms like Taxi and The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Cheers, and The Simpsons. That's quite an array of successful TV shows. And also Candice Bergen is 76 today, the multiple Emmy-winning actress, famously playing Murphy Brown for 11 years and also playing Shirley in Boston legal. And she had some movies when she was younger that were quite successful as well. So those are some of the folks celebrating birthdays today. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. This is also National Alphabet Magnet Day.
Oh.
So you might have had some of those on the fridge for the kids.
Oh, yeah. Remember those?
They came out 50 years ago when Fisher-Price put those on the market. Psychologists for children say the chunky, colorful letters help kids learn more than just the alphabet. They also help develop multi-sensory functions as well. The kids love them. They're kind of fun to play with for adults, too. Maybe sometime we can get together in the neighborhood and have a little magnetic alphabet soup contest or something.
Okay.
By the way, for you folks out there who have torn the tag off your mattress, you're going to jail. That's illegal.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, don't think I've ever done it, so I'm not worried.
Probably won't go to jail because somebody would have to tell on you.
So what's the big deal about not ripping the tag off the mattress?
It's a federal offense.
Oh.
To tear it off.
Oh, okay.
Because in the early 1900s, shady mattress makers used to pack them with really gross stuff like horsehair and old rags and garbage. So the feds started requiring them to list all the materials used to make the mattress.
Okay.
If you tear it off, it's a federal offense, just like messing with a mailbox.
Ah. Okay.
Just so you know.
I've not done either, so
I haven't either.
I'm
I don't
not
purposely
worried.
tear one off.
Yeah.
Also, it's national.
Apparently, I work too hard mowing my yard, but I've never done any of those things.
I'd hate to see how hard you work to pull a mattress tag off. You'd probably lose a finger. National Sleepover Day, tons of fun. Until you fall asleep and your friends stick your hand in a bowl of warm water. Hey, we could have a sleepover in the neighborhood. Think about that. Is your folks coming to town this weekend?
They are, yeah. Hoping to see them later in the week.
Are they going to be at your house?
Yeah, some.
Well, I want to have an intervention with Peg.
An intervention?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
I don't think Jim's probably up for it, but Peg, I need to get together with Peg and kind of talk some things over, Brent, about some of the things I've seen so far.
Great. All right. Well, I'll make sure that we work that into their itinerary while they're here.
Would you ask her about it?
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Okay.
listening. She's
Okay.
She's probably making a note right now. Visit with Dave when I'm at Brent's house.
Intervention for Brent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play the game.
Yeah, let's do.
I don't think we have any school lunch menus to
I
speak
don't
of.
think so.
So,
You know what? I can give you the Prairie Pioneer
that'd be
Center
good.
menu, though.
Super good.
Help me out. What is today? The 16th?
No, this is 9th.
The 9th. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. See, you've just completely thrown me off by the way you started the show. I'm completely flustered. Now I'm replaying in my mind just how I mowed my yard. I didn't feel like I was just walking behind it.
Oh, Peggy, you should have seen him. He was like, it was unreal. It was a self-propelled mower that he was stripping the gears on.
I was not. May 9th at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Lasagna, green beans, mandarin oranges, and garlic bread. On the menu today at the Prairie Pioneer Center.
Super good. Thanks.
Yeah. Game time?
Yeah.
Let's see what you know about historical events that happened in the month of May. May 20th, 1932. Amelia Earhart made the first solo flight by a woman across this body of water. Was it across the Straits of Gibraltar, the English Channel, the North Sea, or the Atlantic Ocean? On May 20th, 1932, Amelia Earhart made the first solo flight by a woman across this body of water. The Straits of Gibraltar, English Channel, North Sea, or Atlantic Ocean. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And if you've won in the last 30 days or so, please let someone else call in and win that prize. And the prize again is?
Certificate to Pizza Hut for a personal pan.
All right, call us at 872-2801.
The Rescue Bar and Grill, located right on Main Street in Sargent, wants to invite you to two events coming up this week. Thursday, May 12th at 7:30, stop in for a meeting focusing on forming an axe throwing league at a second location here in Custer County. If hurling axe appeals to you, this league may be for you, so come and show your interest. Then on Saturday, come in for delicious prime rib and stay to see Lost County Road play from 9 to 1 a.m. 2 events in 1 week, May 12th with an axe throwing meeting and May 14th for prime rib and Lost County Road at the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent.
We have Gayleen on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Gayleen, do you have a self-propelled mower?
Yes.
So when you use that mower, do you push it or do you let it pull you?
It just depends. Sometimes I don't think it's going as fast as it should, so I might help push it a little.
Oh, there you go. I like that, Gayleen. All right. I think she was kind of on my side.
But for the most part, I use a zero-turn mower because I've got a big yard.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
Those are sweet. I have one, Gayleen, and I'd probably consider renting mine and leasing mine to some of the neighbors if they wanted to use it.
Oh, okay.
Or so much an hour. I guess we could do it that way.
Gayleen, here's your question. On May 20th, 1932, Amelia Earhart made the first solo flight by a woman across this body of water. Was it the Straits of Gibraltar, the English Channel, the North Sea, or the Atlantic Ocean?
Atlantic Ocean.
Of course it was. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. So come on out and see us.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Gayleen. Have a great day.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
By the way, text message in.
Yes.
My mom.
She wants to meet.
Yeah, she says, this is what it says. That sounds like a great idea.
I think I'll buy your mom some dinner or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Jim,
I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'll see my mom. She'll probably be hanging out with you the entire time.
Over at our house?
Every time I call her. So how's Dave? How's Dave doing?
Well, that's nice. I look forward to waving across the street, at least, the very minimum. But if she wants to have an intervention session.
Well, I'm going to prepare my dad.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that when they show up and they maybe start bringing in luggage or whatever to the house, I'm sure he'll be watching, and I'm going to prepare him because you'll probably critique the way he's carrying in the luggage.
No, we're not.
Or at least not me. If I come out and help, you'll probably be critiquing me.
We're not snoopy people.
Brent, I was watching the other day. I just happened to be outside. I wasn't snooping or anything like that. But I just noticed the way you were carrying that bag. Boy, it just looked to me like you were carrying that in a way that would really hurt your back. There's just got to be a better way. I can hear it already.
We'll be back after these words with Steve Fowler from the grocery cart and try to get Brent settled down. He's a little worked up this morning. Stay tuned.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow is the place to go when you need sewing and quilting supplies. They are excited for their upcoming classes. Sign up now and plan to join them Sunday, May 15th from 1 until 5 for a table runner class. On Sunday, May 22nd, they will be having a Laura Heine applique class from 1 to 5. Seats in these classes are limited, so stop by or call for more details or to get registered. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
The Breakfast Show.
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
On KCNI KBBN.
10 minutes before the hour, and Steve is here from the grocery cart. Good morning, Steve. How you doing?
Good morning, fellas. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Do you have a lawn?
Yeah, I have a lawn.
Do you have a push mower or rider?
I have a push mower.
Is it self-propelled?
No.
Oh, you got the regular.
Yeah.
So you push it, you use your own force to
well,
push
I don't know how else it would move.
What? Ooh, zinger. Good one. Well, okay, then I can't ask you the question concerning my neighbor, Brent, who pushes a self-propelled mower.
Well, if the propel has gone out, then you would have to push it.
No, I think it was still working. He just wanted to get done, and he was listening to the Cubs. I think he was frustrated.
Well,
That was true. Yes, it was a bad weekend.
that happens.
Yeah. Well, if Joan would have been running the mower when Boston Red Sox played this weekend, she'd have been pushing the mower too.
Yeah.
Steve, what's going on at the store?
Well, we're just, finalizing what happened last week, which was a lot of graduations and
Yeah.
Mother's Day, and we'll have a few more round of graduation cakes this week, but not nearly as much. And then, really it's just a transition of seasons. I know it's been spring for a while, but it just kind of feels more like it's inching towards summer. The days are getting longer, and grilling season starts popping into your head, and the seasonal fruits and vegetables start being more prevalent. So that's really what's going on at the GK.
Preparing for early summer then, and the graduations were everywhere this weekend. There's a few left, so I'm sure people will want to come in and stock up for the company that's coming. And
Absolutely.
Grills, see them smoking as you travel around the neighborhoods, and it's just a good time of year.
Absolutely. I busted out the grill myself yesterday. So,
What'd you put on it, Steve?
New York strip steak.
Oh, you little devil. That sounds awfully
Little
good.
devil. I don't know if I've ever been called that, except for maybe when I was really young.
Well, that's about as good as it gets on a grill.
Yeah, they were very nice and tender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was enjoying.
They turned out
that.
good.
Yeah, and Lillian and the daughter liked it a lot too, so that's always a win.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well,
Definitely.
jump right in. I know you got tons of specials to talk about.
Sure. Yeah, this ad run is this May 9th, this Monday, through May 15th, this coming Sunday. So you can enjoy these savings this entire duration. And we start in the meat department. Ground fresh daily, 85% lean ground round. Of course, that's one of your versatile proteins, the ground beef ground round, and the 85 is on ad this week for $4.58 a pound. So you can have taco night, you can have spaghetti and meat sauce, or whatever is your liking with that. Hormel Natural Choice 8-pound average center cut boneless pork loins, $2.18 a pound. I have round steak or roast, $5.28 a pound. Of course, that's Grocery Cart's premium aged choice certified Angus beef. I have round steak or roast at $5.28 a pound. And then we have our own homemade pork sausage, so definitely partake of that this week, $2.98 a pound. 10-pound bag fresh frozen Best Buy chicken hindquarters, $6.98 a pound. We tried those about a month ago, and they've become more and more popular, and so we've been featuring them more. So get a bag of those. Those are nice, affordable chicken protein there. Oscar Mayer Fun Pack Lunchables, 4 for $10. Dairy deals this week at the GK. Best Choice Cottage Cheese, select varieties, 24 ounces, 2 for $5. Chobani Greek yogurt, not GK yogurt, Greek yogurt, $1 each, 10 for 10. Best Choice Sour Cream, 8 ounces, 85 cents each. Frozen foods, we've got the meals and entrees that could satisfy you all week this week. Hungry Man dinners or bowls, 2 for $7. Innovation entrees, $5.98 each, and banquet dinners, 2 for $3. And a slew of ice creams and novelties to choose from, as well as it's becoming that season again. So whether you like Kemp's or Blue Ribbon, they're all on sale this week, as well as some Dean's Twin Pops as well. Grocery savings, of course, don't forget those orange tag savings, unadvertised, but they are prevalently hung throughout the departments at the GK, so you can save just a little more money on your everyday items. So be looking out for those orange tag savings throughout the store at the GK. Grocery Cart grocery savings this week. Pick up your favorite sodas, Pepsi products. We've got the 8-pack bottles or the 12-pack cans, 3 for $14. Sara Lee Classic Wheat or Honey Wheat Bread, $2.98 each. Frito-Lay Ruffles Potato Chips, 2 for $6. Frito-Lay Cheetos or Fritos, 2 for $7. Best Choice Peanut Butter, 16-ounce varieties, 2 for $4. Kraft Mac and Cheese Dinner, premiums or shapes, 4 for $5. this week at the GK grocery department. Continuing on, we have Betty Crocker Suddenly salads, box salads. Those are nice, convenient kits to make a nice salad, cold salad, 2 for $3. And Best Choice toaster pastries, 8 count, 3 for $5. Plenty more on ad in all of these departments. It's just the tip of the iceberg. We talked about farm fresh produce earlier, kind of the change of the season. So you'll see more ample items such as berries, melons, corn in the ad, and that's what we have this week. Bi-color sweet corn, 5 for $3. Whole seedless watermelons, $4.98 each. Red seedless grapes are $1.68 a pound. Red ripe strawberries, 1 pound package, $2.98 each. Grape tomatoes in a 10-ounce package, $1.78 each, and you can find much more great deals over there at the produce department. A lot of great healthy snacks and ideas to support that protein that's probably the centerpiece of your meal. If you're not having a whole lot of time to maybe cook, you can always swing by the Fresh Deli. A lot of grab-and-go options, heat-and-eat options in that grab-and-go case, sandwiches, wraps, and salads galore. Of course, you can choose from the service case salads as sides with your meal for lunch or just as a standalone side. And of course, we've got Kretschmar and other meats and cheeses like John Morrell. John Morrell bologna sliced to order this week on ad, $4.98 a pound. Kretschmar American cheese, $5.98 a pound. And of course, there's those Chester's chicken tenders and pieces. You can choose from those. We have rotisserie chickens going all day. Sometimes we have ribs and other great items in our grab-and-go hot case up front as well. And so be counting on that. And then the daily specials. I'm pretty excited about this one, especially Wednesday. This Monday, Chester's No. 3 tender meal. Tuesday, quesadillas. So definitely get in. It looks like they're $1 quesadillas. So wow. That's a deal. That's a dilla. A dilla of a deal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm going to skip Wednesday. Thursday's Chinese cuisine. Friday, ribs. And for all of us, I don't know what age group this would pertain to. Maybe even the youngsters still eat this. Flying saucers.
Oh, when?
On Wednesday.
Oh, man, I'm marking this down. I love flying saucers.
They're good.
Yeah. What a great idea.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know what a flying saucer is, you can definitely call our deli up and ask what that is. It's going to be a treat for Wednesday.
Yes, it will.
For those that like it.
Bring back great memories.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't a fan, but
really?
Not of the school ones, but
oh man, I preferred that to a lot of the other school meals.
Yeah, my grandma was great at making flying saucers.
Did your grandma put cheese or butter in the potato part?
Yeah, cheese. Yeah, covered it with cheese on top. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Salt and pepper with butter's good too.
So there's no alien invasion. It's a food product.
Yes, it is.
Moving on to the GK bakery items, we've got Brothers Tub Donuts. So get your morning donut fix or maybe afternoon snack. 5 varieties, 2 for $8. We also have that wine and spirits section, so definitely swing by there for a favorite, maybe a new favorite. Plenty of great Nebraska favorites, local favorites, and national brands as well. Rewards bonus items, last but definitely not least, this is a great way to amp up your points on your rewards card so you can get some great free items or gas discounts at Casey's, which is super important with gas prices right now. And there's no limit to any of these items, so if you want to bulk up on a lot of one item, such as Fiora paper towels in a 6-roll, $4.98, so price right, plus you get 500 points. So you buy 6 of those and you've got 3,000 points. Boom, right there. So Eggo waffles from the frozen department, 2 for $5, earn 250 points each. Halos Clementines 3-pound bag, $6.98, earn 700 points. General Mills select variety cereals, 4 for $10, earn 300 points. Dinner Bell butter quarters. That's kind of hard to say.
That's a mouthful, yeah.
Dinner Bell butter quarters. So just a 1-pound butter. In the dairy department, 2 varieties, 1 pound, $3.78, earn 400 points. Hormel mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and other side dishes from the meat department, 3 for $10, earn 400 points. From the bakery department, Stonefire 2-pack non-bread, I believe that's how you pronounce it, non, original or garlic, 2 for $5, 250 points each. Those will be located over again by the milk department on the wooden bread racks, so we'll be looking for those. Ham, turkey, or roast beef Kretschmar sub sandwiches. We make those in-house, $3.99 each, earn 400 points each. So if you're looking for a quick and easy meal or snack, that would be a great item. Plus, you earn those points. If you have an office meeting, maybe you pick up 5 or 10 of those, and boom, you've got a good sandwich plus a bunch of points. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff this week, so we're looking forward to the week and hoping to see a bunch of folks out there enjoying their shopping trip at the GK.
All right. And remember, folks, there's plenty of parking on the west side of the store. The front lot usually has cars in it most all the time, but don't let that scare you away. There's plenty of parking there. And
plenty of parking.
Big wide aisles when you get in the store, and gives you plenty of room to shop and visit with your neighbors.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor Brent there. We could probably meet there and visit. Could have
David probably critiqued the way I was pushing the cart down the aisle, is what I would guess.
Well, do you try to ride it at all, or do you just push it?
I just push it.
Is there a law or any rules there at the grocery cart concerning actually riding on? Yeah,
the cart,
pushing one and taking a little ride.
I mean, I'll admit I've done it, even at my age, and
it's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, my size isn't best for that because I usually make it wheelie up when I stand on the back of it.
Can we come out to the grocery cart sometime for one of our Monday morning deals, and then we'll conclude the segment with the 3 of us having a shopping cart race?
Wow.
We could have it in a parking lot.
Might have to sign some waivers, but I'm okay with that.
I'm pretty kind of practiced up because we did some of that during the bell ringing.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
You can get to going out there.
I know you can.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
News is next. Stay tuned.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report, a victory parade in Moscow. Russia's held its annual celebration marking the defeat of Nazi Germany. Vladimir Putin used it to justify his invasion of Ukraine. CBS's Mary Ilushnia watched from Riga, Latvia.
He did not proclaim any kind of victory. The speech itself was very sort of timid and kind of low stakes. He did not proclaim Mariupol, which is the besieged city, a key port city in eastern Ukraine.
Ukraine's defense ministry says Russian forces backed by tanks and artillery are conducting storming operations on the Azovstal steel factory in Mariupol. Soldiers are still holed up inside, including Ilya Samoilenko. He spoke at a virtual news conference.
We do not have high chances of survival while we would be captured. And the surrender for us is unacceptable because we cannot grant such a big gift to the enemy.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's Nebraska News. I'm Dave Burney reporting. The Nebraska State Patrol Special Investigations Team is investigating an incident Sunday that led to an officer-involved shooting involving the Neely Police Department. At approximately 12:35 p.m. Sunday, Antelope County Dispatch received a report of a road rage incident occurring on Highway 275. The vehicles involved then stopped at a convenience store in Neely. A store employee then called 911 to report a disturbance in the parking lot. A Neely police officer responded and located one of the involved vehicles. The officer performed a traffic stop at the entrance of the business on Highway 275 near V Street in Neely. Preliminary reports indicate that while the officer contacted the driver attempted to drive away, causing the vehicle to drag the officer. The officer then discharged a duty weapon, striking the driver. The officer eventually fell from the vehicle, and the suspect continued to drive westbound. A citizen who witnessed the incident was able to force the suspect vehicle off the road, where it came to rest.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Ralph Irvin.
Stepping up.
The Mavericks and Phoenix Suns are tied at 2 games apiece. It was not a Mother's Day massacre, but there's plenty of Mother's Day mania in this building.
97-1 the Eagle and the Mavericks radio network with the call as Dallas evened up their Western Conference semifinal series with Phoenix at 2 games apiece with a 111-101 win on Sunday. Luka Doncic led 6 Mavs in double figures with 26. James Harden scored 31. Joel Embiid added 24. Philadelphia cooled the Heat 116-108, evening up their Eastern Conference semifinal series at 2-all. The Game 5s in both series will be on Tuesday. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting this morning that Nikola Jokic will be named as the NBA's MVP. That'll make him a back-to-back winner. Ja Morant not likely to play tonight against Golden State, according to Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins. That would be due to the knee injury that he suffered on Saturday.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 79. Westerly winds between 15 and 30 and gusting as high as 40. Staying clear overnight tonight with a low around 46. More sunshine throughout Tuesday with our high nearing 77. Warmer throughout Tuesday night, clear with a low around 54. A chance for some rain and thunderstorms throughout Wednesday, otherwise sunny with our high nearing 91 degrees. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff forecaster Kara Foster.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
54 degrees outside under a cloudy sky, so we've cooled off 9 degrees since 6 o'clock this morning. Cloudy sky, winds out of the south kind of pick up and then they drop back down right now at about 5 to 15. Barometric pressure continues to rise this morning at 29.41, humidity at 91%. High temperature yesterday was 77 with an overnight low reading of 61 and then dropping down to 54 even before 7:30 this morning. The rain amount for the month, 1.87 inches. We picked up 77 hundredths as of Sunday morning. And so we're pushing 2 inches here for the month of May already, and that's good news. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Brent has an interview that he recently enjoyed doing and put together a news story for us this morning in sports news and talk about it a little bit, and we can invite people. Maybe you can tell them about it and what we're going to do today.
Sure, yeah. It would have been actually last week. A week ago today, visited with members of the Scott family. It was recently announced by the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame Foundation that the Scott family would be receiving this year the Fisher Family Award. It's an award that is given out to a family that through generations has shown great accomplishment and dedication in the field of high school sports. And when you think about that, that's the Scott family.
Yep.
So we had the opportunity to visit with members of the family about this wonderful honor that they will be receiving. We had, Skylar Morris visited with us, Jim and Jerry Scott, Jim's daughters, Kaylin and Kaya, and Jerry's son, Nathan, were in the studio last week. And so we just sat down and just visited. They shared some wonderful memories and just thought that people might like to hear that interview in full. So we'll probably take a break or whatever, and we'll plan to play that for you coming up in the show.
All right, we'll do that just a little bit later on. We have a little bit of a light schedule today for a Monday, which that will allow us to do that, so that's great. A little bit later on, we will be visiting with folks from Runza, and also on our schedule today, Ideal Realty in the 9 o'clock hour, and got a few other things to talk about, but not too crowded today, so I'm glad that worked out. We'll get that interview on the air this morning.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Also, don't forget, it's Beef Month, your chance to win some goodies centered around beef Meat and Potato Man by Alan Jackson. When you hear that song here on The Breakfast Show, that is your chance to call in and get yourself entered for the Beef Month giveaway. Prize is an 8-pound prime rib roast and 2 bottles of wine. We'll be having the drawing on May 31st. You must be at least 21 years old and be able to pick up the prize at our studios. It's all brought to you by Agland ATV in Broken Bow, your local Polaris dealer, Power Solutions in Broken Bow, your local Vermeer dealer, Chapin's Furniture of Broken Bow, so much more than a furniture store, the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, featuring hobbies, crafts, quilting, fabric, and more, the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, you just heard from Steve, they're open 7 days a week for your convenience, and A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, vehicle repairs minor to major. And so those folks are making the Beef Month giveaway right here on the Breakfast Show, available to you. We'll take a timeout.
AeroSeed is your Gallagher Power Fence headquarters. They keep a large inventory of energizers, insulators, wire posts, and testers on hand. Because when you need fencing supplies, you need them now. And if you're looking to build a new fence, Gallagher Power Fence is a less expensive option than traditional post and barbed wire. If you're having trouble with your Gallagher fencer, bring it to AeroSeed and it can usually get fixed in-house. From building a new fence to putting up some temporary fencing, Gallagher Power Fence is the dependable and affordable way to contain your most valuable resources. Cattlemen, if you need forage feed for your cattle, it's time to get it booked at Evans.
'88 Bible.
8:14, Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Of course, tomorrow is Election Day, May 10th. Many of you are saying finally. Many would agree with you.
I assume you're talking about the political ads, many
Yes.
of which are
Yeah.
airing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to make some decisions, and there are some local contests. There's not a lot, but there are some, so please get out and vote tomorrow. Those folks would love to have you vote so that they know, what you're thinking about what position needs to be filled by whom. And then there's, of course, a few things to vote on the Republican side, including the governor's race. Not much on the Democratic side, but there's some nonpartisan issues as well. And we'll highlight those for you during our local news today and also on Sand Hills Express. And tomorrow evening, we are told that the county clerk's office will be totaling things up, and they'll have one release of information at the end of the night after they get everything tabulated. So it's probably going to be, they think maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, they might have that totaled up, and we'll round those numbers up, and we'll have them on the air for you Wednesday morning and posted on Sand Hills Express as soon as we can get it up. there for you to look at. But there's not enough things to vote on for us to do a show. And years past, we've been able to do a show and kind of update you as it goes. But there's just not as much on there as usual. So we'll do it that way this year.
Yeah. Another big event taking place tomorrow that we will be able to update you on as things go along is district track. Best of luck to all of our area track and field athletes as they compete in districts this week. Tomorrow, Broken Bow will be the host of the B5 District Track and Field Championships. Broken Bow will be among the teams competing there. So we'll be up at Mark Russell Field, and we'll be doing hourly reports to keep you updated with how the kids are doing. And you can listen to those on KBBN 95.3 FM. We'll have them hourly beginning in the 11 o'clock hour tomorrow.
All right. All from your homegrown, hometown, locally owned radio station, KCNI, KBBN.
visited with Nate last week, and I think I mentioned this last time we did this live read, but I don't know if there's anything they don't insure. I mean, they insure everything, and they work with several different companies to make sure that they can do that for you. So we encourage you to swing on in and visit with the folks at Universal Insurance. They can do some complicated things for you. Sometimes, when you deal with pivots and things like that, it can get a little complicated. Or just your regular automobile insurance. They can do it all at Universal Insurance Agency in Broken Bow. So give them a call today at 872-6438, or you can stop in and see them at their office right off Highway 2. Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group.
All right, spring, baseball, all the things that come along with that. Soon the kids will be swimming this early summer. It's a ways off yet. But with that thought in mind, people really like to get out and seek for treasures and look for antiques. And I think Sargent is the capital of the antique area. They just have a lot of stores that are full of antiques. They have a lot of things going on throughout the spring and summer to attract people to the area. And Thompson's Treasures is one of those. They're getting ready for the Junkathon, and they're looking forward to having some other events as well. But the Junkathon is coming up the way I understand it here.
Yeah, it's going to come up on Memorial Day weekend. Nebraska's Spring Junkathon Antique Show and Flea Market set for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 28th, 29th, and 30th, Memorial Weekend in Sargent. They'll have multiple vendors inside and outside. Flea Market at Thompson's Treasures, several antique stores around town, and other wonderful businesses to visit. Maps will be available at Thompson's Treasures. Of course, it's more than junk. We want to see your fabulous stuff, antique, vintage, retro, upcycled, recycled. Come join the fun for their 3-day show at a fabulous price. If you want to be a part of the show, it looks like, you can email Junkathon 2015. So Junkathon 2015 at yahoo.com for more information and or vendor forms. The Junkathon has been happening on Memorial Weekend since 2015, and it'll be coming up later in the month of May. So we encourage you to check it out, and if you want to get involved as a vendor, make sure you email Junkathon 2015 at yahoo.com for more information and or vendor forms.
8:26.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
The Secret Garden is open every single day in May. Weekdays noon to 5, Saturdays 8:30 to 4:30, and Sundays from 1 until 4. In the greenhouse are the plants, but inside you'll find amazing home decor, antiques, Watkins, Dayspring boxed cards, lawn decor, Nebraska-made items, glazed pottery, crafts, and more. Grab a latte or smoothie and shop. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
Pearson Physical Therapy invites you to a free upcoming event to learn essential skills for caregivers. May 26th at 2 p.m. at the Broken Bow Library. Learn instruction on fall prevention, transfer training, positioning tips, lifting techniques, and more. Attend whether you're a full-time caregiver, have a grandparent living with you, or simply want to learn how to keep your loved one and yourself safe. To RSVP, call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or go to pearsonpt.com.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brett.
You are listening to The Breakfast Show, and we love it. Thanks so much for doing that. Means a lot to us. Well, let's play a little more Dan Seals this morning.
All right.
This time around, it's Dan Seals himself.
That was so small, you look both ways, you could see it all.
about Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership here real quick as we continue.
Yes, we have a couple of job opportunities we want to remind you of. And as we go through these, again, we always remind you that all of the information regarding job opportunities is posted for you on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. I know when we read through these, lots of times it's hard to get down all of the information, so you can find it on sandhillsexpress.com. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is still looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher in Broken Bow. It is a full-time position with a starting wage of $15 to $16.50 per hour, depending on qualifications. Great benefits. Looking for someone with their Child Development Associate Certificate. Would prefer someone with their associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education. Previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families. General duties would include primary care, lesson planning for infants and toddlers, and conducting parent meetings and complete various reports. For an application or more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0, or you can apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. Also, the Custer County Court in Broken Bow is accepting applications now for a full-time Assistant Clerk 2. For detailed posting information and to apply, visit statejobs.nebraska.gov. Now, deadline to apply is today, May 9th. There is a hiring bonus, so if you're interested, you need to get applied today, and you can do that by going to statejobs.nebraska.gov.
Thank you, Brent Apperson. More right after these words.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
The Rescue Bar and Grill, located right on Main Street in Sargent, wants to invite you to 2 events coming up this week. Thursday, May 12th at 7:30, stop in for a meeting focusing on forming an axe throwing league at a second location here in Custer County. If hurling axe appeals to you, this league may be for you, so come and show your interest. Then on Saturday, come in for delicious prime rib and stay to see Lost County Road play from 9 to 1 a.m. 2 events in 1 week, May 12th with an axe throwing meeting, and May 14th for prime rib and Lost County Road at the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent.
All of us at Bruning Bank would like to congratulate all 2022 graduates on your well-deserved success. You have worked hard, and we are happy to share in the excitement of this great milestone in your lives. Whatever your plans after graduation may be, Bruning Bank can help you reach any goals you have for the future. Remember that we have a free checking account with no minimum balance. It's only $50 to open and allows up to 10 free foreign ATM withdrawals. We can also help you establish or improve your credit with a Bruning Bank credit card or a personal loan for a new car or anything you may need. Contact us with any questions. Learn more at BruningBank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
20% off dresses continues at Square One Boutique and Chapin's Furniture in Broken Bow. With all the celebrations on the calendar this spring and summer, you want to look your best. Lola has a great selection of spring and summer dresses, and while you're there, make sure you check out the new arrivals too. All dresses are 20% off, so buy for all the spring and summer events you're attending at Square One Boutique, inside Chapin's Furniture on the square in Broken Bow. So much more than a furniture store.
8:35. We kind of got a groove going here this morning, so here's Firefall.
Therapists that are able to offer you not only manual therapy, expert exercise programs to treat your neck, back, shoulder, and knee pain, but also dry needling. Call 872-5111. Our highly trained staff are here to get you moving again and enjoy life. Call 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
We are hiring. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. We are growing and are looking for an energetic, results-oriented insurance agent in our Broken Bow office. Insurance license and/or experience is a plus, but not required. We'll pay to get you licensed and trained. Computer and people skills are a must. Please give me a call at 836-2201 for more information on submitting your resume. Check us out at nebraskaownersins.com for further information. We can't wait to have you join our team.
It's 8:39, and it's time to talk about some good food, like a chicken sandwich. With the smothered chicken sandwich, you can't go wrong at Runza. I can just tell you that right now. Had one Friday night.
Tell you what's even better. Make it spicy. Make it a spicy Jack chicken sandwich, baby.
Have Brian here, manager there at Runza. Yes, the chicken sandwiches are really good. That's just one of the things that are, on the menu that you can enjoy and mix up.
Well, I appreciate that. You've kind of blown my mind here a little bit. I know you as a double cheeseburger staple kind of guy.
Yeah.
And for you in your young age to step outside of your comfort zone and try something new, I'm proud of you.
I love you, man.
I'm proud of you.
You know what my wife has got me hooked on?
What's that?
The Southwest chicken salad.
Yeah.
Do you serve a lot of those?
Yes.
I think you do. Man, they are great.
We sell a lot. Salads are something that they're on the menu year round. They're also kind of seasonal in the numbers that we sell. And there's 2 seasons for salads. Summer being one. It's a lot more natural. Chili in the winter, salads in the summer, whatever. But the salads are on the menu year round. The other season for salads, and I'm not trying to poke fun at anybody out there, is New Year's resolution season.
Really? Okay. That makes a little sense.
On December 31st, I don't know if we sell any salads. But on January 1st, we sell a lot of salads. And the number kind of tapers back down a little bit till we get to about this good weather time of year.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about salads is they have a lot of flavor depending on, how you'd like to have them made. And they don't slow you down too much. If you're on the go and you want to kind of eat something light and roll, it's a great option.
Absolutely. And, myself in the summer, I'm a ham sandwich kind of guy, during the day if I'm working, doing something outside. But yeah, they are. They're light. They're healthy. We've got a ton of different options with our salads, and then, you can do grilled chicken or crispy chicken on any of our salads. There's just a lot of options you can do there. So yeah.
Well, and of course, ice cream sales, I would imagine, are pretty good all year long, but they got to pick up in the summer months as well.
Well, they do. I mean, that's obviously, it feels good to go through the drive-thru in the middle of the afternoon and get an ice cream sandwich now that they're back on the menu. So, there's give and take with our menu options. Soups and chili and cinnamon rolls leave, but that brings back the ice cream sandwich. So those are back on the menu now, and it's the right time of year for those as well. So we sell a lot of milkshakes and stuff to mom picking up kids after school and coming through with our 4 different flavors of milkshakes. Yeah. And you had mentioned about the Spicy Jack chicken sandwich. The Spicy Jack burger is our burger of the month right now.
Those are, I've had that. That's good.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. I think we need to somehow put a contest together, and this is the one that gets me when you have, some of these burgers, the buns are the same size for all of them, but when you get a double Spicy Jack burger, and we're talking 2 4-ounce patties, 2 slices of cheese, 4 strips of bacon, a good handful of jalapenos. This starts to get messy. I almost want to have a contest to see who can say the cleanest after eating either a double Swiss mushroom burger or a double Spicy Jack burger.
Yeah.
They are not driver-friendly meals.
No, they're not. I like to have those on a TV tray or table.
Yes.
So you can kind of catch it, and then you get to eat what falls out, right?
A bit. You need a bib with a little catcher.
Yeah,
on the
there you
bottom,
go.
Too. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
it's a busy time of year. There's lots of things coming up. Big track meet coming up. Tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, but then a huge one on Thursday too. That's going to be here in Broken Bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you guys always see an influx on sales when there's an event in town like that.
Oh, absolutely. Being right there on the highway, and I think with the reputation that's been established, we're pretty popular in town, but people have heard about us out of town too, and that sure drives a lot of business in the door and through the drive-through as well. So,
you brought some notes, and we don't want to take you too far astray, so let's get the notes taken care of before we take you off your mission here.
This is actually some reading I'm going to do afterwards. I'm going to come in and make an ad with you guys here.
Oh,
and start changing some of our ads up today, and we're gonna direct those ads towards getting some help in the store. We are different time. Business picks up in the summer. It's kind of a bigger time for a lot of businesses. We've got a lot of high school kids whose schedules will change through the summer and open up some hours, but we are still looking for a couple of full-time employees as well as part-time employees. And I think I've mentioned on air before that if you got any interest to get out of the house and work, we've got an interest to visit with you.
Mm-hmm.
We just started a gal last week. She's retired and thinks she needs to be a little busier than what retirement's offering. And she comes in and helps us 3 days a week over the dinner hour doing dishes.
Fantastic.
She's working about 6 or 7 hours a week, and we appreciate the heck out of her. When I talk about the flexibility in our schedule, if you want 10 hours a week, let's get you 10 hours a week. If you want 40, I've got that too. We've got different shifts. I've even talked before about creating shifts. If you want to work from 4 in the morning till 7 in the morning, I got something you can do.
Okay.
So
it's wide open, and without getting too specific, just because of COVID and the demand for help, it's a nice hourly wage that people can take in. If you work a few hours, like you're saying, that's a nice little added cash to your lifestyle.
Absolutely, yeah. Our starting wages obviously vary on experience and effort and who you are and what you can give us.
Yeah.
Like a starting wage should.
Right.
But I can tell you nobody there is making minimum wage. We're taking very good care of our employees. Kevin and I also sat down and have put together a sign-on bonus that will range from $200 to $500.
Gosh.
If you start here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go back to what was being talked about before we went on the air, and I think Brent was thanking you for having that wonderful dining area open for people to enjoy, because it's nice to drive through. But if you're going to order one of those sandwiches that you need a little table for and a little relaxation, the dining room is very important to some people to kind of unwind and actually sit down and have a meal. I know you appreciate it, Brent.
I do, and I know it's because of staffing issues, I think is the main thing. There are a lot of, fast food places that are now just going drive-through. And so, we really appreciate the fact that if we want to, we can just go in and sit down there at the dine-in area for the moment, anyway.
Well, couple things at point. First of all, thank you. And I would tell you guys or any of the listeners out there that if you are anywhere and you sit down and eat, thank the people that are taking your order and bringing your food.
Yeah.
If we were to make changes to our hours, which Kevin and Joyce have never done outside of what's been told by the guidelines for COVID, you have never seen a sign on their door saying, hey, our hours are changing this week or next week or we're now open. No, it's been steady all the way through. What that means is that our employees have stayed dedicated and worked extra hard. There is a shortage of employees out there right now. We understand that. But our employees have stepped in. If they were used to working 20 hours a week, a lot of them have done 30. They're doing that for you guys and for their wage as well.
Sure.
But If the dining room were to be closed, I mean that'd be 3 to 4 less employees that we would be operating with, and that's where you see the changes at.
Yeah.
Not going to happen on our watch, type of thing. So
that's good to hear. But again, it would sure be helpful if somebody out there who is getting ready to go to work would come and see you, right?
Absolutely. One thing I'm not sure what teachers do in the summer. If there's teachers out there and they deserve their time off because they do a job I could never do, and I appreciate them very, very much. But if a teacher wanted to pick up 10, 15, 20 hours a week or anybody, but 'tis the season, come see us.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times, once school's out, then there might be an older brother or sister who can watch the younger siblings, and mom or dad can get away to do some extra work, whereas daycare is a issue, as well as the need for people out there to work.
Absolutely.
So summer might be the time that that mom can come to work for a while, or dad can come to work for a while because they got older siblings at home. So
we'd love to look at any scenario. So.
Okay.
Speaking of school being out, I'm going to step away from Runza here for a second. I want to give a big congratulations to the class of 2022. Broken Bow had their graduation on Saturday. The one that brings up the rear in my house, my youngest daughter Sophie, graduated.
Oh, she did?
She did, and so very proud of her and all of her classmates. So I think we've said on the air several times, she moved here and went to school as a senior. Not an easy move to make for many, and Sophie shared a story with me. She had a conversation with another student that was a first-year student here as a senior, and right before they walked up, she said, would you have rather graduated from here or where you came from? And the both of them, without a doubt, said this has been an amazing school. So that's a hats off to this community, the kids I go to school with, and pretty neat experience for my daughter. So
I'm glad it has been, because it would be tough, but to be able to hear that from two students that just spent their last year of high school here, that's a pretty big testimony.
For sure.
Yeah.
I also know that Arnold graduates this, or South Loop, Arnold graduates this next Saturday, and want to make sure that Carly Gracie knows that we're proud of her as well. So
very good. There was a lot of graduations. A big chunk of them was this weekend, but there's more to come, and this weekend for some of the other schools. And I think after this weekend, it's pretty much all the kids will be graduated, and then not long after that, the sophomores and juniors will be released, and the elementary, and it'll be summertime.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like baseball weather. I heard you guys talking a little bit about the start of Legion baseball here.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Going to have the state tournament here this summer, and the big new backstop there and everything. It's really looking great down
awesome.
there.
Very good.
Yeah.
Looking better than the Husker baseball season, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up.
Well, we know you're invested in that as well, right?
Yeah,
so we didn't want to. That's been a tough year.
Nobody's calling asking my opinion.
Coaches don't call you up and ask you what they might be doing different.
They do not. For good reason.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, folks, if you are looking to go to work, come and talk to the folks at Runza. Brian would love to talk to you, or Kevin, Joyce, whoever you can reach there. Is there a process? Do they pick up an application? And
the best way to go about it is to get on runza.com.
Okay.
Pick the Broken Bow location under employment and fill out an application. There is an assessment there that kind of tells us if you're geared towards the front or back. It's not an end-all be-all to what is going to actually happen. But that also transitions very well into how we do our onboarding process and get people all the paperwork filled out. So love to have you stop in, shake our hands, and meet us and see if it's something you're interested in, and we'd be happy to visit with you that way. But we'd probably push you back towards the electronic box and the interweb to get it going.
Okay, all right. So, anything else that you wanted to highlight that we haven't talked about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Blue-eyed Becky's doing well. Checked in on her a little while ago.
Well, we have the glasses over here that her eyelashes actually touched, We're saving those for Sork. We're going to give those away during the Sork.
Very good. Very good.
Or we're going to give them to the folks who won the trip to the racetrack with the supercars. It just seems like it has to have something to do with racing with Becky.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I have been told, and this was earlier in the year, that Brad Atkins would be making an appearance in Lincoln, Nebraska at a Husker baseball game for the Michigan State Series, which is 2 weekends from now. So if you haven't seen him for a while, he'll probably be on the big screen or something by the time he gets there. So,
well, yes, Brad will find the camera. He'll be on the big screen.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming in.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Brian. Stop in to Runza 7 days a week. You guys open the doors up at
10:30. We open the doors, yeah. Our summer hours will start here, I believe, the 1st of June. I'll have to check into that.
Okay.
But right now, dining rooms open till 9, drive-through till 9:30, and I'm sure we'll be extending those hours for summer a little bit.
Okay. All right. We'll take a time out with these words.
Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow is proud to serve as your hometown grocery store. And keep up with them online at GarySuperfoods.com. Right now, get 10 Smithfield all-natural boneless pork loin chops for $10. Packages of fresh strawberries are 2 for $5. And red, yellow, or orange bell peppers are 4 for $5. Eggo waffles, French toast sticks, or pancakes are 2 for $5. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Get the used equipment you need now. Purple Wave Auction sells hundreds of pieces of heavy equipment each week at no reserve auction. Items are selling in your area now. Bidding is simple. Visit purplewave.com to get started. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
Varney Health Mart has wonderful savings during their May sale. Visit them Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. All sugar-free drops, 25 count, are $1.99. Icy Hot Pain Relieving Balm, extra strength, is $5.99. Align 24/7 Digestive Support, 28 count capsules are $24.99. And Pepcid AC Acid Reducers are $9.99. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
What it sold for less than 6 months ago.
The Dow is down 429 in early trading. S&P off 59. NASDAQ down 231. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Ralph Irvin.
Stepping up.
The Mavericks and Phoenix Suns are tied at 2 games apiece. It was not a Mother's Day massacre, but there's plenty of Mother's Day mania in this building.
97-1, the Eagle and the Mavericks radio network with the call as Dallas evened up their Western Conference semifinal series with Phoenix at 2 games apiece with a 111-101 win on Sunday. Luka Doncic led 6 Mavs in double figures with 26. James Harden scored 31. Joel Embiid added 24. Philadelphia cooled the Heat 116-108, evening up their Eastern Conference semifinal series at 2-all. The Game 5s in both series will be on Tuesday. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting this morning that Nikola Jokic will be named as the NBA's MVP. That'll make him a back-to-back winner. Ja Morant not likely to play tonight against Golden State, according to Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins. That would be due to the knee injury that he suffered on Saturday.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine today with our high nearing 79. Westerly winds between 15 and 30 and gusting as high as 40. Staying clear overnight tonight with a low around 46. More sunshine throughout Tuesday with our high nearing 77. Warmer throughout Tuesday night, clear with a low around 54. A chance for some rain and thunderstorms throughout Wednesday, otherwise sunny with our high nearing 91 degrees. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff forecaster Kara Foster.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Irrigation season started early this year, and Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They are once again offering free FieldNet and NFTrax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so make sure you call soon to reserve your pivot control or set of NFTrax. If you want to skip the demo and buy, Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not have previously been able to get it. More bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. If you need tires but don't want to upgrade to NFTrax, 11.2 by 38 tires with reinforced rims with tubes are on hand and on sale for $1,000 per tire while supplies last. Of course, if your pivot is leaking more than irrigating, don't settle for second best on sprinklers. Update today to have installs done before service season heats up. Call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
55 degrees outside. And again, before we close the show today, we're going to be having that interview that Brent put together with the Scott family. And we'll have that for you to kind of have the grand finale of the show. That's coming up. But in the meantime, our next guest is here. Brent, would you like to introduce our next guest?
Well, absolutely. Kirsten is here from Ideal Realty. Nice to have you in the studio again.
It's a great day. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Tell Mo I love your guys' billboard.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
So I get some conversation. Do people make comments on that?
Yes, I have got a couple comments on it. It's kind of fun. We had to get some special pictures taken and get them sent in, and it was pretty cool. So it's a fun billboard, that's for sure.
It is. It is. And that billboard, by the way, is out on the west side of town here as you're leaving town. And it's pretty cool.
It is.
Check it out if you
catches
haven't
your
seen
eye, and I know that's what you guys want.
You bet. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening at Ideal Realty?
We're staying busy. I do have a couple listings to go over today, and then we're going to talk a little bit about pricing your home in markets like these, where it is kind of an on market that it's changing as always. So talk a little bit about pricing your home in markets like these.
All right. You want to start with the listings?
You bet.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We'll start there.
Yeah, I've got a couple listings. There's one here in Broken Bow, Cherokee Circle. I apologize. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and this one was just reduced. $284 is where it's listed at now, but it is one of those in that cul-de-sac back there, built in 2014. Open concept home, beautiful kitchen. Again, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all on the main level. It has a low maintenance exterior, vinyl sided, great underground sprinkler, so it's got a great yard, established yard. There's also 2-car attached garage, and appliances in the kitchen are going to stay, and they're also newer. And the basement is ready to be finished your way. So this is one of those houses that were built in 2014 back there in Cherokee Circle. Very nice homes. I know quite a few people that live over there, and they love them. So check that one out. GoIdealRealty.com is where you can find that one.
Okay.
And there is a virtual tour on this one, too.
Okay.
So if you're interested, go look at that virtual tour, and we can go from there. The second one I wanted to talk about is over in Oconto.
Okay.
304 North Washington. It is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Oconto's a nice little town over there. They've got a bar, they've got, I believe, a gas station, a post office, obviously. So they've got a little bit for amenities, and they're just a hop and a skip from Broken Bow. The main level has an open concept kitchen, dining, and living area, and the kitchen has lots of cabinets, and it also has a pantry. I come to find out the older I get, the more I want a big pantry.
Yes.
They're handy.
Oh, the storage is... We have found that out, too, when you go into a home. Now, as you get older, I think storage becomes more of a deal. Doesn't it, Dave?
Well, you have more
home?
stuff.
True.
Yeah. You gain more as you keep going. Yeah, this one, it's a partially finished basement, so you would have quite a bit of storage in there also. Nice pantry. 3/4 bath in the basement also, and utilities. It's vinyl sided and has a metal roof and established yard with a chain link fence. So it's ready for you to move in and has quite a bit of storage.
Mm-hmm. That's right in Oconto.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So about a 20-minute drive from Broken Bow. Not too bad. If you're looking at something a little more affordable and ranch style, this would be a great property. And very low maintenance exterior, vinyl siding and metal roof.
Yeah, that's huge when you...
Yes.
If you have a house that you've painted before, it's huge.
Yes.
Because you're usually painting it about 3 years later, too.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. Yeah, and 2-car attached garage.
Nice.
So this one has a lot of amenities for a great price in a small, lovely town. The last one I want to talk about is 419 South D Street, and this is here in Broken Bow. It's another move-in ready, open concept, eat-in kitchen area, dining, living kind of together. There are 2 bedrooms on the main level, along with an updated bath with lots of counter space and a tiled shower. Just off the kitchen is a combo laundry mudroom, so this one's got a nice little mudroom area. Again, storage.
Yeah, that's important.
Big deal. And then upstairs is the master bedroom with a beautiful deck overlooking the large lot. The roof was new around 2020 and furnace and heater around 2014. So this one does have quite a few updates itself, and it's listed at $179,900. 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
All right. All right. So those are the 3 that you have, and I know that you're always looking for new listings.
You bet.
If people are out there thinking about putting a home up for sale or a property or a commercial piece, how do they start? Just give you a call?
Yeah, give us a call. If you want to work with Mo or myself, you can either call the office, that's 872-8360, or call us on our cell phones, and you can find those on our website, GoIdealRealty.com, or my cell phone number is 870-3153. And just shoot us a message, and how that works is either we'll come take a look at it, no pressure to begin with, you can do whatever you would like, we'll come take a look. We can do a CMA if you list with us, those are completely free. And that,
describe a CMA.
Yeah, so a CMA, it goes over all the aspects of your home and compares it to other homes that have sold recently or are on the market currently. And that just gives you a good idea as to where you need to start with list price, because that is one of the most important aspects of listing your property.
It is, and it's one of the hardest things to do as well, I think. You want to get back what you put into the house, or maybe a little bit more, but you want it to be competitive.
Of course.
So getting it into that right slot is important, isn't it?
It is very important. List price can determine a lot of things. If you're too high, you can eliminate a lot of buyers from your pool. If you're too low, obviously, you could lose your tail end on the deal. So that's why another point is hiring a full-time real estate agent is a good tool for that. That way you know you're listing at the right price. You've got somebody full-time that has done this, and it's not becoming your part-time job to try and sell your property.
Yeah, and part-time job to try and sell it, and then...
market it.
Market it. And
market it, show it, correspond with all the buyers. That becomes our job, not your part-time job.
Yeah.
It'd be like if you want to list your property yourself, which is completely fine. it would be like going down to Orchlands or somewhere here in town and saying, okay, I want to apply for a part-time job today, when you're already working full-time in your busy lives.
Well, yeah, and having any time for relaxation and fun. The other part of that, sometimes it's not unusual anymore, I don't think, for a house to sell pretty quickly. But it used to be the train of thought was, well, if I listed my house myself and I sold it within a few days, I must have listed it too low.
Yes.
And if I would have got somebody to take care of that for me, we might started well above that, and even with the commission on it, what you guys would receive, you'd be money ahead, right?
Correct.
So if you've sold houses before, I think it might be more tempting, but all the paperwork and all the different things that come with selling a property these days, when you buy something and you sign, takes you 10 minutes to sign all the paperwork, you have to put that together.
Yes, yeah, and that's just another added sense of security when you work with a full-time agent or even a part-time agent that has had a lot of experience. They're doing that paperwork for you. They're making sure that paperwork is to a T and where it needs to be legality-wise. That way it is in the best interest of you today and 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
And Kirsten, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people now, even when it comes to houses, one of the first things they do is they Google.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And just putting a sign out in the yard maybe doesn't have the effect that it once had. Correct. Because so many people now start their search on the internet, which is where you guys can really come into play.
Yes, we market a lot on the internet. We are very prominent there. Google search, we usually come up first. And also we do market on Realtor.com, Zillow.com. I think over 35 different websites that our listings go out to. So we do have a big prominence and just a very big marketing strategy online.
And the sign in the yard might just be the button, the click that gets them to look online.
That's good.
Exactly,
to further look at that house. Oh, that house is for sale. I wonder if I can look at it online.
Yeah, you bet. And we do those virtual tours. We've got Facebook pages. We really do a lot of marketing online, which is where the world is heading.
It is. One of the other things, and this is a little delicate, and so I'll go ahead and jump into this, and neither one of you have to. But if you put a property up for sale and you've listed it yourself, and Aunt Susie comes and sees you and says, "Oh, Brent, you know, we've just been so close for so many years. I know that you're going to sell this to me at the right price that I can, that I'm going to be happy with." And you're going, "Well, Aunt Susie, if I sell it to you for that, I'll not make as much money as I've put into the house." And those situations you don't think happen very often, but I think they're out there more than you might think. So having a neutral person between the seller and the buyer is a comfort zone, I think, sometimes, because you want to get a fair price for your property. But, you don't want people thinking because they're a friend or a relative or maybe work in the same place, whatever the case may be, they're going to get a special deal that will not allow you to come out on selling your property. And so I think it's kind of a little bit of a buffer that a lot of us really need when we go to selling property.
Yeah, it is a good tool to use. Have a mediator, have somebody there in the middle, because sometimes it does get emotional. Mm-hmm. These are homes.
Right.
It's a place where you've made memories, where you've lived and grown up and had all these experiences, and you're selling it and moving somewhere else. So yes, it does become emotional, and it is a great tool to have somebody in between and helping mediate everything, and filter those emotions and help make it a streamlined process.
That's a better way to put it than I put it, but but it is a real comfort to have that middle person there for you. Plus just all the other things that you mentioned. When you say, "I'm going to put a sign out and sell my house," that sounds pretty simple, but it's just not.
Yeah. No. We also another one I didn't touch on earlier is we do direct emailing to buyers, so they can sign up on our website and put in their information, what they're looking for and their criteria in a potential home. And our listings go out to those, whether they're reduced. All the updates will go out to them right away. So it is another great tool, again, with technology and the internet, that just gets us one more step ahead.
Okay. What else did you want to highlight? Are we kind of on target here as to what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I think we've touched on a lot of things. Again, just setting the price, being making sure you realize that when you do set your price, it can affect where you're sitting at and how many people even come look at your property. The more offers you can potentially get on a property, the better, and the more people looking at your property, the better. So setting the price, getting a CMA, getting that comparative market analysis done, and talking to your local realtor.
There's some cases I would imagine that somebody is putting their house up for sale because they're either upsizing or downsizing. There's also the financial side of it, where if you sell a home, if you wait too long before you reinvest that money somewhere, Uncle Sam gets into your pockets pretty deep. So I would wonder sometimes if you have a discussion with a client that says, we'll help you sell this house, and that client says, would you help me find an appropriate house for the direction I want to go so I can reinvest it?
Correct, yeah. So Mo has a lot of experience with 1031s. That's what they're called. I have done a couple of them myself, so I have a couple under my wing too. We have worked with some attorneys that are great with those also. So we've got the resources and knowledge to back those and help you figure out how to navigate those if you haven't done those before.
Okay.
Which are a great tool, like you're saying, when it comes to tax season.
Yeah, there's a lot of hoops and pitfalls along the way there that experience will resolve. So
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any more questions there, Brent? Brent's my neighbor, by the way. He lives right across the street from me. How important is it, Kirsten, to have someone, mow their lawn properly next to your property so that it doesn't diminish the property value on your home?
I'm not so sure that mowing the lawn is going to be the key factor.
I don't know what my lawn was mowed. I mowed it over the weekend.
Oh, boy, did he ever.
Oh,
man.
Here we go. Yeah.
Did you do it at 8 a.m. on a Saturday?
Dave was critiquing me and the way in which I mowed the yard. And
he's got a self-propelled mower, right? Push mower.
Yes.
I mean, he was pushing it. He's going to strip the gears out.
Just trying to keep up with it.
Looked to me like you're pushing it. Just does. I wasn't being snoopy. I just looked across and thought,
whatever.
What is Brent doing with that mower?
I had a lot of things to mow around. That was part of it.
Before we close, how important is it when you put a house up for sale to have the lawn mowed, whether you live there or not? Sometimes you have a house up for sale that you don't live in anymore, and probably important, I would think, to have the outside of the house look neat as well as the inside.
Correct. Curb appeal is a great and a very big aspect to your property. Curb appeal could mean a buyer driving by your house saying, oh my gosh, that looks like an amazing house. I'm going to call. I'm going to get pre-approved today. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to take a look at it. Or driving by and saying, I'm not 100% sure on that house. I'll think about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you say, I'll think about it tomorrow, it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, it might be who knows how long.
And these days, that house might be gone.
Exactly.
If you didn't take a look at it. So
yeah, so curb appeal, again, great thing to look at. Get your flower beds cleaned up, get your lawn mowed, trimmed up, make sure you're trimming. That's a big thing.
Did you trim, Brent? Did you trim?
Did you trim your lawn? Am I calling you out? I'm sorry.
I thought it looked fine, but I guess I'm going to have to go back and look at it again.
Yeah, would you check that?
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Okay. We love having you guys come in. It's fun to talk about houses and homes and, like you say, memories and good neighbors and bad neighbors. It's always fun to talk about those sorts of things. So.
You must be a good neighbor.
I don't know anymore. I thought I was, but I'm getting critiqued every time I step outside. I know that.
Well, I'm not Snoopy, Kirsten. I just happened to be out on the porch when he was mowing the other day. I was actually going to go over and mow it for him because I was mowing mine and do a neighborly thing, but I was not able to. And when I left, I saw him picking up, what was it, from the trees you were picking up?
Pine cones.
Pine cones.
Yeah.
Do you know
raking those
you could probably sort those pine cones out and they're sellable. Did you just throw them away?
I haven't yet.
Oh,
no.
good, because those can be used for sales.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd help you sort them out if I had some time.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Kirsten, would you like to help?
Oh, yes, I would love to.
Yeah.
Maybe make some arts and crafts out of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. I was afraid you throwing them away.
Not yet.
Okay. It's tough being neighbors sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet.
Boy, I can attest to that.
How do people reach out to you? They can phone you. They can take a look at the website. They can
Yes.
stop off at the shop downtown, the
You
store.
bet. Yep, 309 South 8th Street. That's where you can stop in or look at our website, www.goidealrealty.com. You can find all of our virtual tours on there, an abundance of information. And give us a call, 872-8360. That's our office number, whether you're looking for Mo or myself. We should be there. If not, leave a message and one of us will get back with you.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You bet. We'll take a time out with these words.
Cattlemen, if you need forage feed for your cattle, it's time to get it booked at Evans Feed Company. If you need quick pasture that you can hay or graze, they have that as well. Evans Feed has the forage seed you need at great prices, too. Supplies won't last long. Call 1-800-830-2119 to get your cane seed and hay and graze seeds booked at Evans Feed. Quality seeds still available. Call now to get your forage seed needs covered. 1-800-830-2119. All types of twine and net wrap on hand, too. Call Evans Feed for forage seed, twine, and net wrap.
You've been asking, and it's happening. The Kahuna is back at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow every Wednesday. Swing by anytime on Wednesdays and get a ticket. Then come back at 6 for the drawing. You must be present to win. If your ticket is drawn, you choose one of 3 envelopes containing $100 cash, a chef's dinner giveaway, your choice of a meal prepared by the bonfire, given only once monthly, or a gift certificate. If the cash isn't taken, it adds up and increases for the next week. Join in on the fun, the Kahuna drawing, every Wednesday at the Bonfire Grill and Pub in Broken Bow.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
9:24 yet to come. If you're just tuning in, we are going to be having a special interview, and maybe, Brent, you would want to describe that again real quick to our folks, and we'll have that coming up right after these words.
Sure, yeah. Last week had the opportunity to visit with members of the Scott family. We posted a story about them receiving a very special award through the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame Foundation. And so we visited with members of the family about that wonderful honor, and that'll be what you're listening to coming up.
Right after these words.
Are you considering remodeling some rooms in your house? Maybe the kitchen could use new countertops. I know the living room could use a fresh coat of paint. Well, stop in at Ansley Lumber and Supply in downtown Ansley. Their line of Benjamin Moore paint never disappoints. They also offer Cambria quartz, granite, and laminate countertops that would complement those new cabinets. Ansley Lumber and Supply also has an amazing selection of cabinetry hardware to update your new kitchen. Stop by and check out the selection at Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
We have a lot of fun here at KCNI KBBN Radio. So much so that a question we get a lot is, do you guys actually work out there? Well, yes, we do, while having fun. This is Jeremy, station manager at KCNI KBBN. We have an open position that is perfect for a friendly, outgoing person who likes to meet and talk to new people. You are sure to meet new people and, yes, have a blast with this position. No radio experience? No problem. We're excited to train you. Toss your resume my direction, jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com. jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brent Apperson, and in the studio with us today are members of the Scott family as we visit about the announcement of a very special award to be presented to the Ralph and Lorraine Scott family later this year. Joining us will be Jim and Jerry Scott, Jim's daughters Kaylin and Kaya, Jerry's son Nathan, and Skylar Rhodey Morris. The Nebraska High School Hall of Fame Foundation recently announced that this year's Fisher Family Award would be presented to the family of Ralph and Lorraine Scott. The foundation describes the award as this: an award that honors families whose involvement, contributions, and leadership made a significant impact on the high school sports scene. To be based on efforts of several members of the same family to include 1, 2, even 3 generations. Emphasis should be on the athletic prowess of the family, but can also be tied to coaching, officiating, and making overall contributions to high school sports. Folks, that definition is the Scott family. Thank you all for joining us today. Congratulations on this wonderful honor. I guess my first question would be, what was your initial reaction when you realized your family was going to be honored in this way? I'll open it up to everybody.
I guess I thought of Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Knew they'd be proud of us. So
I went back and I looked at the previous winners of this award, and to see some of those names, I never thought that, you know, this might be part of our family, is be with those names, because there's some very athletic families in that list. Yeah.
Nathan, what about you?
I'd say I went back and thought about all of the, Friday and Saturday nights that Grandma and Grandpa had spent at ball games, and even going to 7th grade middle school games that were pretty ugly to watch, and they'd be there and he'd be yelling just like it was the state championship game. So just how much sports played a role in us growing up and influences on our lives.
Skylar, girls, I'm sure this means a lot to you to have the family recognized like this.
Definitely. I think as any high, as a high level athlete or coach, I think you always want to end up in a athletic hall of fame somewhere around it. And so to be able to do it with the family just makes it even more special.
Yeah. High school sports has been a big part of your family. I know to all of you individually, I hear all the time from athletes that they can learn a lot about themselves when they compete in sports. So I'm curious, what did high school sports teach each of you, do you think?
Well, a couple different things. 2 things in particular. I think you learn how to work in high school sports. I mean, you get up early in the morning and you work out. Then in the summer times you might have another job, and then you might have camps or something in the evenings. And so, you learn how to work, and it's physical work. It's hard. And I think, all the times expanding our balloon, what we can do, you can do more and more and more because you've worked harder and harder and harder. So that's one thing. But the other thing, I think it's, for me anyway, is to compete. Compete in athletics, and compete in academics, and compete in the job market, and your profession or whatever it may be. I think those are 2 things that I think that the athletics have done for me.
Any of the rest of you, what high school sports has taught you maybe over the years?
I would agree with Jerry that on those 2 things, and I may add that, it helps you for the real world. I mean, there's ups and downs that we deal with, and we've all experienced that, from the highs and the lows, from, winning big games to losing big games. And so there's peaks and valleys, just like in our everyday married life, to raising kids, to our jobs. And so I think it prepares you because you've experienced that earlier than a lot of people, just because of that. So I'd say I'd add that to it.
Yeah. I would like each of you to share a favorite high school sports memory.
Mine has to do with my grandparents. My grandpa was diagnosed with leukemia my end of my sophomore year, and they were able to make the trip down to Omaha to watch me win my gold medals, my first 2 gold medals. And I can have a picture hanging in my hallway at my house of them sitting up in the wheelchair seating and standing up when the gun goes off. And there's a picture in my hallway of them watching me. So I would say my grandparents getting to watch me do that.
Yeah. Nathan, what about you? You got a favorite memory?
There's a lot of them. I would also say one that would relate back to Grandma Scott. I was a freshman and was forced into starting quarterback the last 3 games of the season, and we had to basically win our last regular season game to make playoffs. And we went to double overtime, I believe, and I threw a touchdown pass in double overtime to win the game, and Grandma Scott was bawling like a baby as I came off the field. Like, it was very memorable with my brother, so it was pretty special.
I remember that. I think I called that game, as a matter of fact. Girls, Kaya, Kaylin, what about you? Favorite high school sports memory? I mean, it's kind of coming to a conclusion here for the 2 of you.
Obviously the state tournaments, but following in our family's footsteps, being able to compete and be a part of what they got to be a part of. And we never got to experience our grandparents there for us at our games, but we knew they were down watching us and they were proud of us.
Yeah. Kaylin, favorite memory?
I would say just playing with my sister. It's just fun to be able to play with someone you love, especially a twin.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Jim and Jerry, what about you guys?
We've had a lot of great coaches and great teachers. You know, we worked with a lot of great coaches in Broken Bow and a lot of great coaches in Ansley and teachers in both places. But one that really stands out that remembers me, that I remember the most, is that in the state championship game when we were playing football against Indianola Republican Valley, I think we were ahead 27-0 at halftime, and we're getting on the bus, and Coach Moore looks at all of us and he says, "You guys couldn't beat Callaway Junior High tonight." And that's, you know, of all the games in high school that we won and everything, that's the one thing that I remember most, because that's just the way he was.
Yeah.
It's just the way he was.
Jim, how about you? Is there a memory that sticks out?
Oh, there's a number of them that you could name, but I would just probably piggyback off a little bit off of Jerry, is that I go back and I'm still amazed today with my daughters, Kai and Keelan here, and then I go back and I look at, you know, my career and Skylar's career and Nathan's, and that is just the following from the communities. I mean, gives you a sense of pride. I mean, I remember my junior year, we won the state championship in football, and we played in Ansley that year, and there was so many people there from the whole county that we couldn't get into the park to get down to the football field, that they let us off on the highway and we ran down there.
Wow.
And it's no different than the Bow Dome here for volleyball and basketball, that I don't think in the Southwest Conference anyway that I ever saw any gyms that full. And so just to see the following, there are a lot of good memories of some good ball games, and I probably have enjoyed more as a father watching 2 daughters play of some of those games and how loud the games were and everything. And so this time of my life, I guess I look at those kind of memories, and Bow Nation has been good.
Yeah. Outside of your family, name a person that through high school sports had an impact on your life. I know Jerry already kind of mentioned Coach Moore. I'm guessing maybe that's one, but are there others that had an impact through high school sports?
Well, Dale Sampe, and both Coach Moore and Coach Sampe, we had in the classroom, and they both taught PE, and they both coached basketball, they both coached football, and they both coached track. They were the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And so for years and years and years. And so that's, pretty influential with us, I think.
Mine would be Pat Hovland, to piggyback off that.
Yeah.
But I also had Coach Moore for my track coach. So, I mean, saying that, I mean, it's not very many people, I would say, in our world today could say that their aunts and uncles, parents, and then all of their siblings and cousins were coached by the same coaches. Because coaches, I mean, you don't see that as much in today. But I would say Pat Hovland, she definitely was my volleyball coach, junior high and high school. But then I also was her TA all through high school, and I helped 8th period, which was our junior high volleyball, was when that took place. And so that was kind of my start with getting into the coaching almost. It's because she just kind of let me be almost like an assistant coach when I was a TA, and that kind of led me down that path.
Yeah. Well, I've been very fortunate to be around long enough to see many of the Scott family compete in high school sports and to call several of your games. Didn't get a chance to do any of Jim and Jerry's games, but the one thing that has always been consistent as I watch is competitive spirit. So here's my question. Where does that spirit come from? Or maybe who does it come from?
I would say Dad.
Yeah.
Dad was competitive.
Yeah, very competitive. And you know, our dad was born in 1928, and his dad died in 1933, I think, during the dirty 30s. And so he was raised by his mom. They moved into Ansley, and so he was kind of on his own. I mean, he had some uncles and stuff to help keep him in line, but you know, he was very competitive. He wasn't very big at the time, but he was a pretty good football player and pretty good basketball player, and he fought for everything he got. And so I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah. Here's a question I've been waiting to ask. Of the family, and this is everybody, you can even go extended family, who's the most competitive of the Scott family?
I'd say Skylar.
Skylar, too, yeah.
I've seen Skylar coach. I want to say Skylar.
I don't know. I think my sister Joanne, who is the managing director for the NCAA Final Four.
Yeah.
She is very competitive. I mean,
And has to be with her job.
Yeah, business-wise and athletic-wise. I think she's probably...
We have some pretty heated games at Christmas.
That was leading me to my very next question.
We do.
That was my next question. When you get together for reunions or family holidays or whatever, if you play basketball or volleyball or board games, are they really competitive?
When we were younger, we would play like hide and go seek or
Ghost in the Graveyard.
Ghost in the Graveyard. And it got as intense of a hide and go seek or Ghost in the Graveyard as it possibly, like, punches were thrown, people were jumping off decks to not get caught. And then we also, like today, every year we play Tripoli, which is a board game. And of course prizes are thrown in and money is thrown in, and so it gets pretty competitive every Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can feel it just visiting with all of you, but the tight and the closeness of the entire family, I'm sure that's extremely special to all of you. Is there anything else that you guys would like to add before we close out this segment?
Yeah, I do. I think, Mom and Dad were very proud of our athletic abilities and what we've accomplished, but I think probably more than that is they were more about the academics. And when you look at their kids, I taught chemistry and physics for 30-some years. And my sister Judy right now is a nurse educator or teacher for the UNMC nursing program. My sister Jill, she has a teaching degree, but she farms and ranches now. Jim is a banker. And Joanne, works for the NCAA. And then when you look at their grandkids, you know, we've got Nikki, who teaches at the University of Nebraska, and we have Nathan, who has his doctorate in physical therapy, and we have my son Noel, who has a degree in engineering. We have Skylar, who is a teacher and coach, and Sierra, who has a doctor of veterinary medicine. And then we have these two girls that are going to go to college. And we have Krisha, who's a teacher, and my sister, and then we have Landon, who is a farmer rancher, and then we have my nephew Matthew Moore, who is a pharmacist, and my other nephew Cam is working on his master's degree in business. So I think, you know, athletics was a vehicle to help us get through this, I think. But I think my dad was on the school board for years and years and years and years, but I think, you know, academics was important to him, or I should say athletics was important to him, but not like the academics were.
Yeah. Well, thank you all very much for taking time to do this. Great to visit with you. Congratulations on the honor, and hope you really enjoy the day when it's bestowed upon you.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you.
It is 9:42. That's probably one of the most wonderful interviews you could have the pleasure of conducting, Brent. The humility and the pride at the same time is just right. What a good example.
Very well said. Yeah, and appreciate them, all of them, coming out. It was great to visit with several of them. So we really appreciate them coming out and doing that. And it was a real joy to visit with them.
We'll be right back. First, these words.
Cattlemen, if you need forage feed for your cattle, it's time to get it booked at Evans Feed Company. If you need quick pasture that you can hay or graze, they have that as well. Evans Feed has the forage seed you need at great prices, too. Supplies won't last long. Call 1-800-830-2119 to get your cane seed and hay and graze seeds booked at Evans Feed. Quality seeds still available. Call now to get your forage seed needs covered. 1-800-830-2119. All types of twine and net wrap on hand, too. Call Evans Feed for forage seed, twine, and net wrap.
In times like these, we need a conservative fighter we can count on. That's conservative Republican Jim Pillen. A record of creating Nebraska jobs, living out his pro-life conservative values, and fighting for our way of life at every turn. Nebraska conservatives agree Jim Pillen is the real-world conservative choice for governor. That's why Pillen's endorsed by Governor Pete Ricketts, Attorney General Doug Peterson, Coach Tom Osborne, Nebraska Farm Bureau, county sheriffs across the state, and Nebraska Right to Life.
This is former Governor Kay Orr. Don't believe the false attacks. Jim Pillen is a proven leader, a man of faith, and a strong conservative. I'm voting for Jim Pillen, and I hope you'll join me.
Christian, Cornhusker conservative, Jim Pillen for governor.
Paid for by Jim Pillen for governor.
New sandals, flip-flops, and more are finding their way to the shelves at Bow Bootery. Stop in and take a look on the square in Broken Bow. Of course, these spring styles boast beautiful colors and style to enhance your new, fun clothes for the new season. Warmer spring days are upon us. Celebrate with new shoes from Bow Bootery. They are proud to be your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow at Bow Bootery.
9:45, we'll close the show and invite you to meet us back here at 7:30 tomorrow for the Tuesday edition.
All right.
And my good neighbor, my friend, my colleague, my co-host, my father and son all in one. No, not father. Brother and son. If you're my father, there's a whole lot of weird things going on. Look out.
Eek.
Woo! Oh, gosh.
Live radio.
Yeah.